Hello, my name is Kevin, and today I'm going to be showing you our GateKeeper download manager. The GateKeeper download manager is a DNN module that is integrated with SmithCart to securely control the distribution of electronic products. The GateKeeper can be used for any B2C or B2B company and can manage any type of downloadable product such as zip, exe, PDF, videos, music, and more. The module can perform velocity checks, which are configurable by the DNN store admin, such as controlling the number of downloads per order and controlling the amount of time during which a customer can download an item from the date of their first attempt. Additionally, GateKeeper provides PDF stamping and watermarking features as well. After a user completes an order in SmithCart and clicks the download link, GateKeeper will look up the order using the GUID supplied by SmithCart. We use a GUID for security, as simply using the order ID would make it easy for outsiders to attempt to download items using similar detail IDs, which are sequential. Adding a password would work, but the use of the GUID essentially provides password protection along with the record in one field. If the detail item is found, we check our history for download activity for the item. If the user has not reached the defined maximum time frame, we collect information from the shopping cart about the item and the purchaser and return it to the application. Our database is then updated with the request, and then the resulting file, PDF or otherwise, is delivered to the user. To configure the module, there are a few setup steps that are necessary. The first, of course, being installing the module. Once the module is installed, it can be added to any page on your DNN portal. Here, we've already added the module to the page. Once the module has been added to the page, you'll see an admin menu link. Click this link to access the GateKeeper's admin menu. On the next screen, you'll see two icons, one for Manage File Downloads and the other for Add PDF Watermark. Today we're going to be showing you how to manage the file downloads. So click the Manage Downloads icon. The next screen displayed will be the Manage Downloads screen. If records have been added, a grid view will be displayed that lists your file downloads and allows you to manage them. If no records have been added, you'll see a blank grid view. To add a new file download record, click the Add New Record button. Next, from the Product Name dropdown, select the product you wish to set up for the download. Next, configure the limitations you'd like to set for the download. You can set the max download per order or the max download days per order. For the max download per order, after a successful transaction, the value entered in this field will be the number of times the user can download the file. Once the user has downloaded the file this number of times, they will be shown a message that the download limit has been exceeded. You can always reset the download count to allow them access by using the reset key found in the GateKeeper knowledge base article. The max download days per order allows you to enter a value for the maximum number of days the file can be downloaded up to the maximum number of times for the order. This can be useful in the case where you want to allow many download attempts for a relatively short period of time. After these settings have been configured, click the Add Record check button to add the new file download record. Now that the GateKeeper record has been added, we can now configure our product with the download link. So next, navigate to the Buy Now module, then either select the Edit button next to the product you wish to add the download link for, or navigate to the Manage Products screen and edit the product there. Once on the product setup screen, scroll down to the downloadable product section and expand the accordion. In the downloadable product section, you'll see 5 settings: download URL, product path, auto-generate GUID, encrypt URL, and allow free downloads. The download URL is the URL path to the page containing the GateKeeper module, plus a question mark, G, and an equal sign, which represents the parameter that will contain the GUID for the detail record. So let's copy the GateKeeper URL, paste that into the download URL field, then type the question mark, G, and equals. Next, the product path needs to be configured. In this field, enter the name of the file to be downloaded after successful purchase, including the extension. For this video, those will be the only two settings that we're going to configure. After the downloadable product settings have been configured, click the Update button to save your settings. Next, the GateKeeper module settings need to be configured. To do this, make sure you're in edit mode, hover over the DNN action menu, then click the settings option. Once on the module setup screen, select the Smith GateKeeper settings tab. Here there are a number of fields that are available to configure that control how users download your files. If you're setting download limits universally for your store, configure the max downloads per order and max download days per order here. If you are going to be setting the download limits individually for each product, you'll configure the product download records, which I'll show you later in this video. For now, we'll leave these first two fields blank, but the most important setting is the Downloads folder. The Downloads folder is the relative URL path to the Downloads folder is the relative URL path to the folder containing the files to be downloaded. For example, it'll look like this. The next setting is the debug key. You can get setting information by appending the debug code to the end of the URL. The next setting is the reset key. Using the value entered in this field, such as reset code, any URL to the GateKeeper page that has both a GUID and a reset code will reset the download count for that customer or product. Please note that reset is only available with a valid license. Once these settings have been configured, click the Update button to save. Now the GateKeeper module And that's the last step to set up the GateKeeper module. The product is now set up to offer a download link for customers who make a successful purchase.